Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Master of Orion. And it's a couple of things I need to check on. For one, we have increased population on Geta Prime here, and we also want to get rid of this project. And I think we're going to start queuing up some wasps over here. And if I get the chance, I'll end up redistributing my fleet, because all the fleas that are currently in my fleet are over here. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to change that production. I'm going to change that to a flea rather than a wasp to get ships out a little bit quicker. All right, let's take a look at our other production. So we did spend a bunch of money upgrading all of our ships, and it's going to be 5 turns here. Maybe next turn we'll be able to quick buy. And then we'll move on to our other production here. And then currently we're building a wasp over here, which we're not going to rush by as I want to be able to save that money. Okay. What is the composition of the enemy fleet currently? So they have 3 destroyers of varying models. All right, let's go ahead on to the next turn and check the production here. We can quick buy it, so I'm going to. And because we're quick buying, I may actually move production over to other areas for now, so we can get some nice research going. I never paid attention to this. I have a special here. So gold gives bonus credits. Nice. Okay, let's advance. All right, so they moved their fleet. Not sure what they're going to do with that. They may come down the lane. If they do that, I'm seriously going to attack their planet. I have a bunch of troop transports here ready to go, and I have a fleet, and we know this is the only fleet they have. So if they start going this way, they cannot turn around. Now, that does mean that we're a little bit in trouble over here, but I'm going to rush my cruiser over here. Our space factory is done. Honestly, I don't have anything else to do with the space factory, so I might just have it hang out where it is for now, or I can upgrade. All right, so we'll run over here to this military outpost. So apparently I was wrong about this space factory. So I'm going to upgrade. Oh, it's upgrading the ship, not the facility. All right, well, we'll do it. Gives them a better engine. All right, so there we go. And probably want him to requeue to go over here, and then I'll just have him hang out. All right, so we got that space factory finishing. We have a wasp completed here. We'll go ahead and send that over. Now, we won't know until next turn if they're going down that lane, so that ship will be joining the fleet for that occurrence. And we also have the Hornet. All right, so that's all the things that we knew about. The threatening fleets, let's just double check it's nothing major. All right, we knew about that. We just don't know if it's heading down the lane or not. Hopefully we can actually bait it into doing so. If they think that we're overmatched over here and they head for that system, we may have them, because then we can attack their home planet. I don't know what kind of defenses are on the planet, and that might actually cost us the fleet, but I think it's worth trying at the very least. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the production of our different planets. and double check that. So we have a beetle in the queue. We're going to go ahead and move some production over so that we can get that done a little bit quicker. And we also had something going on Ptolemy 2, which is another wasp. We do have new buildings here, so what does the global DNA scanner do? Improves security. Now, this is one of those things, I wish they would actually tell you a little bit more detail what these buildings do outside of the research tree. Like, all I got was a very bare description there. To actually get the correct...
Research continues as expected, President.
Okay. I want to see the picture here. To see what the correct description is, I actually have to come out over here and find the building, which I'm not actually sure where it is. So it's not fungal farms. Not that. Not that. Probably this. No. Oh, I'm not exactly sure where we got that building from. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. So I guess that's all the description you get. And that sounds like something that we don't really need to work on then, because I don't think spying is something you can really do. Unless it increases security in the way that it gives you more morale. And if it does that, that's actually a good thing. I wonder if the missile base does that too. Well, we'll find out on Ptolemy 2 here. I'm going to go ahead and build this. I do have to consider the maintenance, though, that this costs. I don't know if I actually like that. I think I'm going to just continue with wasp production. After we get this done, which should help with our income, which is not that great at the moment. And Gator Prime is fine with what it's doing. We're actually having it focus on that colonial revenue service. All right. So let's continue. I'm really hoping that enemy fleet goes down the lane, because if they do, I'm going to pounce on them. Nah, they went back to their home planet. They wussed out. You know, I probably should be killing off their scouts here. Just as something to do. Alright. So it's now just up to building up the fleet and getting that ready to attack. I might send the Beetle Bomber over to this fleet, because this is probably going to be the fleet that attacks the planet itself. And then the rest of the ships I might send over to this main fleet, even ones that are produced. Not really sure. Currently, my fleet strength is exactly the same as their fleet strength, but I have to keep in mind that my fleet strength is mostly a composition of smaller ships, where are larger ships, and we already found out you can't really depend upon this combat strength. All right, let's just continue. All right, a fleet needs orders. Oh, I accidentally sent the fleet too. There we go. Just tell that to sleep. Okay, so I don't think we need to do anything with production. Alright, this fleet just needs to be told to guard. How much is this worth? Wow! It's worth more than the entire enemy fleet combined. So, it might not take long to build up the fleet, although they just did build another ship. Okay. Alright, right, so this fleet's current strength is that. I think I'm definitely going to send the Wasp over to Gata over here. Because I think this is going to be where we attack from. It's going to take a while to get there, but I think that will allow me to build up the fleet. I think that the next ship we build is actually going to go to... And I'm going to queue up some more fleas here. But I think the next ship we build is going to just stay in the Ptolemy system, over in Ptolemy. All right, so that's queued up. We're going to get the space elevator eventually. Maybe we'll rush by that, depending on how many credits we have when that comes. Out of curiosity, what's our income like now? They're getting quite a bit better income here. That should be happening in 2 turns. And we'll build another Wasp here. I do have to watch my fleet limit. As a matter of fact, I'm almost there. So, might actually be time to attack now. And to do that, I'm going to want to amass my fleet, because I don't think I have the current strength to do anything. This fleet alone and this fleet alone is not enough. So, what should we do in this situation? Should I send everything over to this system? Or should I send this fleet over to this system? Says it'll take them 7 turns. I think that's the better call. And the reason being is I can amass the fleet a little bit more over here. Because by the time they get there, I'll have this ship produced and I'll have this ship produced. And they'll be able to come together. So I'm going to amass the fleet here, which is a risk. They could attack over here and I wouldn't be able to stop them. This ship I'm going to redirect over to here. And then once this production is done, we'll send it over there, and we'll send the Beetle over there, and then we should be good. So I'm going to go to Sol Prime here. I'm going to re-queue this to here. Because we're going to be over the fleet limit, I have a feeling, and that's going to cost us a lot of money. If it works the same way as previous Master Orion games work. Ptolemy is currently... Oh, it's not working on a ship. That's still okay, because I think the Beetle will probably push us over the limit. If that's not the case... I could always reprioritize. Okay. So we should be fine. I think it's time to attack. We've reached our fleet limit. Alright, let's go. Alright, we got our research.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
Which allows us to have a mass driver and the improved ground combat efficiency. It also gives us this collider, which I don't think I'm going to build just yet. Go to updating our blueprints, which I'm not going to do again.
Just a minute of your time.
I like to do that manually. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this biotechnology just to get it done.
Fantastic.
And... now let's go to the ship design. I'd like to see, damage-wise, what is the better call? These new weapons or the weapons we've had in the past. It should be a different weapon type. But let's take a look at it. So, oh, actually, we don't want to do that here. Well, actually, the mass driver might be something we can use close defense. Let's just check that. So, currently we have 3 point defense lasers. Or we can have mass drivers. So, what's the difference? Base stats-wise, just one of these is almost as effective as several laser cannons. The only thing is, one of these is too heavy. So, I think we're going to have to keep the laser cannons with the point defense. Well, actually, no. Once we go to point defense, it should... There we go. So that's definitely more effective. And okay. So we have 2 mass drivers point defense rather than 3 lasers. And that should be more effective as far as DPS. We can check that. So, oh. Yeah, so point defense. Point defense. 1, 2, 3. Make sure the facing is all the same. Yeah, definitely more effective. Point defense. All the facings. There we go. All right. So we have a new fleet type. And let's go on through and upgrade our ships accordingly. So the Wasp needs an upgrade. And to do that, we're going to switch the laser cannons into mass drivers that are point defense. Out of curiosity, versus the neutron blaster, it's damage value 2 versus damage value 1.66. So mass drivers might even be a more effective weapon across the board. And it weighs less, too. So I'm gonna cancel this out, and I just want to see. So neutron blasters, 2 of them, just standard 2 of them, does 3.78 average DPS. If we switch that to mass drivers, 2 of those, at 3.67. I don't actually forget what it was, but I think it was either close to that or not far off. So let's just double check that. Yeah, it's a definite upgrade. So this is an upgrade across the board. So we'll do 2 of those, all facings. We can even fit a third one if we want. I don't think we'll be able to fit another proton torpedo, not unless we get rid of... I could have swore we got rid of this. There, now we have 3 proton torpedoes, which definitely increases the damage potential. And we'll switch this up as well. So we'll go to mass drivers that are point defense. And we'll do as many as we can fit, which appears to be 4, which I think is the same number we had before. So that's definite upgrade across the board. And we're done here. So just to make sure that that actually took. Yep, it did. All right. So moving along, we have one more, well, actually technically 2 more ships to upgrade. We're going to upgrade the Hornet. And we're going to switch the neutron blasters to mass drivers. Now, the one thing I'm not getting an indicator of is I'm not getting an indicator of range of these weapons, which is one thing that might be a factor. So we can fit... We had 5. We can fit 5. We might even be able to fit those 5, do more damage, and upgrade to more torpedoes. So we'll do that. Theoretically, it said we dropped a little bit, but we'll upgrade 1 torpedo, which should get us up. And we might even be able to take another mass driver. So that's good. Now we'll switch these over to point defense mass drivers. We might not be able to fit as many on. Looks like 5 rather than 7. But I'll take that. There we go. So a little bit more effective ship for sure. And done. So that should be now the Hornet Mark IV, which does look upgraded. So now we have the Beetle. And we're just going to be switching out the laser cannons for mass drivers. We might not be able to fit as many on, but it should be still more effective. Yeah, by a long margin. All right. Pretty happy with the change. Go ahead, finish that. So we've got a Beetle Mark III. Okay, so we're done. Got a bunch of upgrades. And then we'll upgrade this fleet when it arrives. Whether or not we have enough money to do that, we'll have to see. Okay. We completed the Beetle, which has no combat value strength. Even though it does have point defense weapons. That's kind of interesting. We'll send that over. And what is Sol currently working on? It's working on that project, which is exactly what we want it to be doing. Okay. So, we're currently at our max fleet capacity. If we go any more than that, we're going to have to cost ourselves money to do so. So, this fleet is the fleet that we're going to go into battle with. So, we have 2,000, more than 2,000 strength there, and we have 1,700 strength there, versus there, 2,300 strength. So we should have more power than them fleet-wise. All right, we got a pirate fleet incoming. Let's go ahead and just move Base Factory over there, just to make sure it doesn't get blown up. And progress the turn again. We're going to blow up that scout. I also saw a upgrade icon. Let's take a look at that. So, we have a wasp that can upgrade. I find it interesting that sometimes the message comes up and automatically upgrades things, and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so fleet needs orders. Let's take a look at that. That's that fleet. We just need to tell it to sleep. And press the turn. Okay, so biotechnology was completed, and we have a number of things finished as well. Now look at our tax revenue. It's doing pretty good. So let's take a look at the research.
Our scientists have made a new discovery.
All right, update your blueprints. What needs to be updated?
Just a minute of your time, President.
I don't want death spores, and that was the only thing I should have gotten. So I'm not going to be doing that. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to have to look at the tech tree to figure out what I want to do next. So we're still very much concerned about our combat ability. So we've got super alloys here, which will either allow us reinforced hull, which gives us a hull multiplier, or heavy armor, which also gives us a resilience. All right, so it's either hull modifier or a resilience modifier. Okay. And then this just gives us straight up health. Okay, well that's a tough call there. Or we can do battle pods, which should give you the ship more space if it works the same way as the previous Master of Orion games. That sounds like it is. Or fighter bays. Ooh, it's either or. That's interesting. I'm not really sure which one I would prefer. I'd probably like the battle pods over the fighter bays. That's a tough call. Is there anything combat oriented over here? So spy bonus and population growth? Or fusion beam or fusion bomb. So this is definitely a weapon. That might be the next research we do. Otherwise, we've got a couple other things we can do. As far as... Do we have a new ship class somewhere? Forget what the symbol for that is. Should be... Yeah, the purple symbol with a ship logo. So... We have that. Where is the next class? Probably a long way out. So I'm not seeing another... All the way over here, we get battleship. And to get there, we have to go through this tree. Okay. I just wanted to check. I guess I'll go with fusion weapons. Okay. And we have some buildings that have completed. And I may actually build the cloning center here for the neutron collider and rush that instead. So we'll go with the cloning center. Well, not rush it, but put it in priority. And should we queue up the other building too? Why not? Let's go to data over here. Again, probably going to want to queue up other buildings, so we'll do that. And that. We'll put them in front. Go. And Soul Prime will do the same. So, we like Cloning Center and Neutron Collider. And get those prioritized. Now, we may lose ships in our action. I don't want to build after that, but I'm going to wait until we know that for sure. Okay. Just simulate this battle. Easy enough. Okay, for our fleet, which has now arrived, I would like to upgrade the ships. Upgrade all. Okay, and then next turn, we will attack. So we've got over 4,000 points versus their still same size fleet. Once this arrives, we'll probably ignore it. And the main reason I'm going to ignore it is because to kill it would take the turn. Alright, I think I'm going to put a cut here in the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.